Yeah, very good morning to all, and very warm welcome to all of you on behalf of Samartha Group of Institution, College of Engineering and Faculty of Management. I welcome to our today's guest for our international conference, Mr. Vishal Singh, Mr. K, and one of researcher from Germany. I heartily welcome to all participants also for today's conference. So this is the one of the good trends technology which you will get the information regarding all important knowledge, holistic approach. At the present institution run various areas, and this conference will provide, definitely you will get the good knowledge. There are researchers, industry experts to deliberate on the recent innovation and computing, wireless communication, and its application. So it will provide one of the best forum for engineers, technocrats, and academia industry and the government to address resulting profound challenges to the present, discuss their new ideas and research and results. So this conference will bring best quality research, innovation to promote a researcher globally. So for that purpose, Samartha Group of Institution, Department of Computer Engineering, ENTC Engineering, Mechanical, Civil, also management program. So started for this international conference, and I am very grateful for the conference because we got the today's guest and accepting our invitation for becoming a chief guest for today's conference, Mr. Ken, Mr. Vishal, and one of researcher from Germany. Now I request to Mr. Vishal. Vishal, he is actually B from PICT Pune. After that, he has done the MS in Germany, and then he is a data engineer, patent site, LexisNexis company in Germany, then data analyst, BMW Group, Germany, and then data scientist in Limfond, Munich, Germany. Software engineer in a lot of works do have done the software engineer. Also, he is one of the good speaker also. So now I request to Mr. Vishal. Vishal, please guide our all participants for today's international conference. I heartily welcome on behalf of Samartha Group of Institution. Vishal.
Thank you, Bhushan sir, for the warm welcome to all of us. So, good morning, everyone. Uh, so, we have all gathered here for the International Conference on Innovation and Research in Science and Technology 2021. First of all, thanks for inviting us to the inauguration ceremony of Samarth College of Engineering, Pune. Thanks to Principal AJ Patil sir, management, and I would also like to thank all the facilitators for organizing this international conference on innovation and research in science and technology. It will bring all student facilities, researchers, and industrial experts together to deliberate on recent innovation in computer science, electronics, ENTC, civil and mechanical engineering. As we know, this college is a reputed rural education institute for providing superior and trusted professional of high caliber and center of excellence through the process of self-evaluation. It also provides different opportunities in industrial and research areas. I'm very grateful to be a keynote speaker on this event. So about myself, like Bhushan sir already introduced me well enough. So yeah, I come from Pune. I did my bachelor's from PICT, and then for doing so before coming for masters to Germany, I worked for 4 years as a software engineer in various companies like L&T, Infotech, Tieto, some of the big companies, and some startups as well. And then I came here for masters in software engineering, and I did specialization in analytical information system. And in that time I got chance to work in BMW as a data analyst, where we worked on a lot of interesting innovating tools such as ClickSense, Tableau, And yeah, it was a good journey to understand like how things work and how the innovation is taking the speed. And apart from that, like Bhushan sir said, like I have more interest in data analytics and data science. So I do work on big data technologies such as Hadoop and Spark. Nowadays, I like to spend time with Azure Databricks and AWS technologies. So yeah, this trend of AI is very interesting, and even though AI is a kind of a buzzword, but it's yeah, it is quite challenging, but it's not very difficult. We can do it. Like we need dedication to do these things, such as deep learning, machine learning, and cloud is definitely playing important role for providing reliable infrastructures in terms of scalability. So yeah, and it will be interesting not only to understand new studies, also to work on research topics. So yeah, so once again, all the best to all the participants. And I would like to hand over to Neil.
Yeah. Thanks again, Vishal, for the warm introduction, and thanks to you guys as well for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, to also be a keynote speaker here. So a little background for me was that I started off as a database guy. So I had vocational schools in database design and development. Then I transitioned to study my bachelor's in UK for Staffordshire, and I majored in software engineering. Then after that, I worked in Ghana for 1 year with the Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority as a full stack developer. So after that 1 year, I got the opportunity to come to Germany to further my education and also work alongside, which came with an internship opportunity. So I studied for 2 years in Germany. And after that, after graduating, I moved to Munich to work with SAP. So I'm currently working at SAP as a full stack developer. And currently, the focus area I'm in, apart from being a full stack developer, as Vishal also mentioned, is all these hyperscalers, AWS and Azure and so on. So building products for what's it called, e-commerce frameworks such as Shopify and so on. But this is centralized based for SAP. So that's what I'm currently working as. And one motivation or advice I could, put out there to you guys is that there is nothing too difficult to do. All you need would be to be determined and pursue your goals, because at the end of the day, one of the things you wouldn't want to have is to regret you didn't take the opportunities that came your way. And in this day and age, you realize that everything is available, as everything is at our disposal. You go on YouTube, you go on all the platforms that are out there, so we can actually achieve anything. Like the sky is literally the limit. So I would urge you guys to not limit yourself to your geographical locations, and put yourself out there and explore all the products and opportunities that may come your way. So at the end of the day, you wouldn't have regrets in life. So yeah, that is my part. And I would like to say thank you guys once again, and I would hand over to Dennis from here.
Yes, thank you. Before I begin, I just want to say thank you to everyone for inviting me to this event. So my name is Dennis Maxwell, and I study the Bachelor of Applied Biology here in Bonn in Germany. So I am originally from Australia, and I've been living in Germany for the past 1 year. And the focus of my studies involves primarily cell biology and microbiology and genetic research. So there's a lot of lab work to accomplish. So there will be protein extraction and cell culture development, and a lot of information that I find during my studies is available online. So there's a lot of very big resource of information out there, not only from your school or from your books, but also available when you go and access the internet. There's a very big database out there. So people cannot just be limited these days by what they only have in books. They can also access everything they need to know for their studies and for their careers just by reaching out, looking up the information that is on YouTube or on a database, or even just collaborating with people who live all over the world. So that is my experience working and studying, and I will now like to pass on to someone else.
Yeah. Thank you all for listening to us, and it was really nice to welcome us. Nice of you, and yeah. So,
Yeah.
Bhushan sir, you can take over.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you once again, all of you, for joining this today's international conference and for guiding our all students and participants for today's conference. So I heartily thanks to Mr. Kane, Mr. Neil, and my friend with Vishal. So for joining today's conference, and definitely your knowledge will be motivate to our all participants, and they definitely do the more innovation and more research in that respective areas, and definitely it will be help to improve their knowledge by using the globally and all that things. So once again, thank you on behalf of Samartha Group of Institution. You all are joining for today's conference. So thank you once again all.
Thank you for having us.